when you really think about it, you think about it from a finite resource standpoint, and you add compounding interest to the things that you actually have in your life, you cannot earn more time. You can't get your energy back. Once you give your attention away, that's it as well. But you can earn more money. So really focusing on the money, building that up, you'll be able to get what you need on the back end. So I always encourage brothers when they listen to you to focus on that aspect of it, because that's where it's centered, and stop spending so much time just in a thought process, even focusing on women, man. So that's all I wanted to say. Appreciate your work, man. Everything you talked about is 100% aligned, and I'm a brother, Ivy League educated, corporate, so I can't say a lot of things, but man, you're doing the right work, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that, man. Shout out to you, man. We try to get you back centered. Absolutely. Everything is a byproduct of success, money, and all of that. Kyle Coleman says, also, Angry Man said it best that the Manosphere needs a resource center with a $2,000 sign-on bonus with Dodge Chargers. RP is just not just about XXs. 100%. 100%. He just kind of said that as well. Area code 917, you're on live.
Shout out to the Coach gang. Salute to you, Coach Greg. Man, listen, I'm 30, out of New York. Everything you said was true. Now, back in my younger time, I'm not going into that. I never got into the debate of the trickle stuff. But if you're not spending your money, yes, you have to look like money. Me and my wingman, we had to go to the club and look like stuff. You see what I'm saying? If you don't spend money to become an object of desire, if you're not a Chad or Tyrone, the women ain't gonna want you. And if women ain't looking at you, those women that's looking at the women that's looking at you, they're not gonna want you. You see what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother game, a whole nother thing. So what you are saying is true. You're always gonna have to spend some type of bread, even if it comes down to a fifth of Henny and a double bud.
For real.
You're gonna spend bread.
Absolutely.
And then if you do that 3-4 times a week, that's money. You want to get up out the crib? I used to do this little trip. So let's go to the deli. I'm about to get you a breakfast sandwich. Get up out there quick. That's $5. That's still money. You see what I'm saying? You're always gonna spend bread.
Always.
And through all of my whoring times, I had a lot of bodies. You see what I'm saying? I had a lot of fun. I don't remember 70% of the women I've been with. The peace league, most of the time, through my numbers, my sample size, maybe 1 out of every 20 to 25 women have exceptional pieces. All right? So you're going to be wasting your time for your little 18 seconds with all these other women going through the bullshit when you could be building on yourself. You're not going to get really good pieces. And before I ended out on 2 things, I knew it was good pieces because I told my man it was good pieces. And then that's the online days, 2012, 14, where it was wild.
It was wild.
He got the same girl too.
Yes.
It was wild. She had good pieces too. But here's the kicker. She had 5 kids, my brother. She had 5 she had 5 kids. So that just goes to show that peace leave isn't about, you can't start. You can't know for sure if it's going to be good to you. So just work on yourself, fellas. And also, for me, going through all of those bodies, yes, I did get clapped a couple times. You see what I'm saying? And luckily, it's curable. But I took the chance. I was in the bad lifestyle. You drink. You want to get busy when you drink. And that leads you to not being in your full mind state. And that leads to you slipping. And if you mess with the wrong girl that night when you slip, well, guess what? You're going to be sitting up in the room waiting to get called into the doctor like I did. So the last time I got burnt many years ago, I said, I'm done with it. PC is not worth it on that level. I'm focusing on myself. Shout out to the Coach gang. Shout out to you, CJ. I'm out of here.
All right, Pete. Great call, man. And I always tell you guys, those guys that brag about body count, they done got burnt. They didn't got burnt. They didn't have to go see the doctor. They had that drip. All right. They had to go get called into the doctor, itchy, scratchy, for sure. It's only what it is. Callie West from Miami says, I made a video about Jody's mama admitted to being with 2 men in one night. He says only reason she's saying this now is because because no man is paying to take her off the market. I'm not sure it's who Jody is, but guys, that I mean, those things happen, guys, and it happens to them. And when it happens, they lower their value. It is what it is. Same thing you was talking about, the women with moms, become single moms. It lowers their value, and then thus, the women can use that. I can teach this same point to women. When you do that, you're gonna only deal with straggle damage on the men's side. Michael Wall says the last 2 F&F shows prove that they want money. They'll make a lot of exceptions. If the money's there, guys, I'm just letting you know. I know you don't want to hear this. Women are going to do whatever you want. I mean, I know y'all don't want to hear this. This kind of goes against conventional wisdom. Let me play this clip right here.
Hey, don't be upset with her. She did the same thing that anybody else in her position would have done. She did the same thing that you would have done. She had her price just like each and every one of you have your price.
I mean, it is what it is. Somebody asked, what is the MVR? Your most valuable resource. All right, most valuable resource. All right, so MVR is most valuable resource. In our sphere, the most valuable resource is time. I got to do some Cash App, sorry, and then we'll get back to the calls. Let's see here. I got to acknowledge the brothers here. Boy, look at this, man. As I speak, women are reaching out, bro, from the past. Guys, this marketplace is hot right now. The marketplace is hot. Value goes a long way. And not only that, brokenness is forever when it comes to the W's here, XX's. Brian Horsley, shout out to you for appreciate you imparting your wisdom. Damian Burge he says, keep doing what you do, coach. XL Pro Services, logic over emotion. It all costs something. Don't lie to yourself. My man Loud Pocket says, I'm a nasty Mac towel out there. Timothy Stewart says, thanks, coach, for all you do for men. All right, thank you, brother, man. Calls. Let's get the calls in. Area code 519. You're on live.
Hey, coach, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, what's up? It's Coach Junior in the building.
Coach Junior.
Hey, so I just wanted to say about this me thing. Like, I think it should be more associated with networking with high-value men, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Not less than, you associating with, Ray and Pookies out here that are, talking game and stuff. And, one thing I did say this year is, man, I'm going straight MGTOW because the market out here in Canada is getting ridiculous, man. Like, we're in a big socialist, crazy, like it's insane out here, man. So one thing I'll say with people is that just stay around high value people. Yeah. And the one other issue with the market right now is, along with that, there's a lot of these Gen Zs who are so frustrated, man, and they'll do whatever it takes to get women. So then not only do you become a target as a man to women, you're also a target to these white knights. So I'll give you a quick story today. So I was at the gym. I'm leaving the gym, right? And I'm already a target in the gym because, I tell you, I'm a bodybuilder. Like, I compete. I can't really talk too much about that. But anyways, long story short, I'm getting in my Beamer. It's like I have a $100,000 Beamer, right? Going in. Guys standing out, eyeing my car, white knight. I just know it. Eyeing up my car, Gen Z kid. And you know what I do? Because he's just staying there staring. I'm like, what is this guy staring at? I get out my door, I pop my trunk. I have targets from the gun range that I keep it there. And I'm a good shot, man. I pull out the target. His eyes went wide. And out of nowhere, he's like the lightest voice. He's like, oh, nice car, man. I'm like, oh yeah, thanks, buddy. I grab something, get back in my car and go. So not only are you going to be a target for women if you're high value, but these white knights, man, they're going to be coming after you too.
That's true.
So everybody protect your six, man. Protect your six. And also, like I said, surround yourself with high value people. I cut out all those party people this year. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not doing this crap anymore, man. Like, only high value people in my doghouse, man. No 304s in my doghouse.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks again, Coach. I appreciate you taking my call, man.
Yeah, man. Good to hear from you, Coach Junior, man. Shout out to you. The dude was like, no flex zone. This show is brought to you by No Flex Zone. They know better. They know better. No Flex Zone. All right. Let me see here. I think there's a lady in the super chat. Bets. I believe it's you. I think this is a lady. Coach been watching you for months. Your male fans mad. Can't handle a female in the crowd and want to argue and waste masculine frame on strangers. Well, I guess you're going back and forth here. Shout out to you, Bets. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, look, that, I mean, it's kind of the same thing we teach them. You know, I think men need to really know where to direct their energies to, man, right? Young and retired, no cap says, he says, grats. He says, you became a high value man. You're rewarded. Pillsbury biscuit cans and single moms. Because that's the majority of the marketplace. Can't be mad at that. What's happening is what the guy in Canada, Coach Junior, was saying. I think the first MGTOWs were black men, then Canadian men. Then they kind of sunk out into America. You could thank black men and Canadian men for MGTOW. All right, because the Canadian dudes were like, this is ridiculous. Black dudes been MGTOW and they ain't even know it. Y'all ain't even know it. All right, anyway, last one. J Flow says, I will never be debt free as long as the wife keeps spending. We both work, but her debt is my debt too.
I got money.
Man, damn.
And that's you.
So again, J Flow is a married guy in here. Tricking is at its highest in marriage. And he loses the minute he takes away and cuts up the credit card. Speaking my mind says, teach Reverend C.G. Adams. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. 305. We in Miami. We on live.
Shout out to the coach gang. What's good? PGA.
Yes, sir. This is Cali West.
Yeah, yes, sir. Cali West, man. My bad, but just trying to clear my throat a little bit. I hope I ain't coming down with nothing. But, yeah, my bad. I just gave a proper introduction, but shout out to the coach gang. I hope you're having a good Friday so far, sir.
We are, man. Yes, we're doing well so far.
Okay, so yeah, I wanted to kind of add to the conversation tonight. Yeah. Oh, but first off, I wanted to say too, Jody's mama is the dark-skinned girl from House Party from Baby Boy.
Oh, Jody's mom. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Fine dark-skinned sister. That's her.
I don't know her name.
Yes, sir. So anyway, I don't know her name either. She really knows about it. But anyway, back to our conversation for tonight, though. Kind of crazy that Minister Jack, he was having a debate earlier today. But what's kind of crazy is that Iceberg Slim, he was a Chicago pimp. And he even said back in the day that eventually the pimp game is going to be phased out because the women are going to figure out how to basically capitalize and monopolize themselves. He said that they were monetizing themselves. This is like in the 60s and 70s when he was still making money. He knew it would come in the future. He didn't know it was going to come in technology, but he knew it was going to be coming. So it's kind of like black men. We kind of have this thing that we kind of feel that, our way is the best way. It's like going to the corner store and go to the Arabs and find a soda for $1. But if you was just to go to the grocery store or to Sam's Club and buy 10 sodas for a better price, you end up realizing you're still doing the same thing except you're paying less versus you taking your time, energy to go in the club, rock Jordan, buy these drinks and all that and get in the club. Just go sleep with what you call that called? It was some street league. You think you did something because you knocked it down, but this thing girl's getting paid to have sex with somebody anyway.
I don't see how people don't see that. You're absolutely making the point. And a lot of guys, I think they're stuck in this pimp mindset in which you said, Iceberg Slim even said at some point will get phased out. I think people are stuck in this pimp and player mindset. That's gone, guys. I'm sorry, man. That is gone for most guys because of the monetization the cutting out of the middleman of the pimp and the player. She don't need that no more. She's on her own. You make a great point. Did you leave?
Right. And it was kind of funny too. Is even
Oh,
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Yeah.
No, but what's funny was I'm still here. But what's ironic is these guys kind of talk about, oh, these guys are tricking and stuff. But if you ask these guys, how many of these girls from the past that they use this pimp game and all that, how many of these girls are around, and how are these women being an asset to them? None of these guys could say, these girls from high school, these girls from these clubs are still holding them down, cooking for them, and doing what they got to do. That's why they're in constant rotation anyway. So what's the point?
What's the point? And so I called that the Owen syndrome. So I said at the end of all of it, those guys still doing this constant replenishing of women, they got zero out of it in terms of you got zero to show for it. Right here, there's the Owen. You
right,
and no result that came from it
exactly.
other than her parting her legs. You got no other benefit. In which what? Like what's the point?
Exactly, man. I appreciate you for letting me in and having the conversation, man. I love your show, man. Shout out to the Coach Gang. Enjoy your weekend.
Shout out to you. Thanks for adding that, because that aspect is important. A lot of guys still operating on old pimpism. Even pimps are struggling out here now, bro. It ain't like it was in the 80s and 90s. They struggling out here. They literally got cut out. The middleman got cut out. So if you're still operating on Macism and pimpism, and today, I don't know what to tell you. 832, you're on live. What? 832. Okay. He's sleeping. Area code 646. You're on live. We'll come back to him.
90 seconds.
What's up, Coach?
What's up, brother?
What's up? This is Nick K from Brooklyn. How you doing?
Brooklyn is in the house.
My Habibi brother finally got you live on the phone. Shout out to everybody. So, real quick, Coach, I just want to hit on a couple of points. Great show as always. And I noticed the difference, I think, when I was working
60 seconds.
Going on the apps, chatting with the girls, or going home after work. It didn't feel like you're wasting time. But now when I'm working, I've been working for myself for the last 6 months, and I'm working 7 days a week trying to build a business, you realize that so much value in that time that you wasted in the past just texting and going on all that stuff. So I think a lot of guys sometimes don't realize, because they made the money for the day, 9 to 5, and they go home, what am I going to do now? But once you start investing in yourself, you go into the gym, you're building a business, you're doing your own thing, you start to realize, hey, my time is valuable. I'm not going to talk to you for an hour and 2 hours. I don't have time right now to go take a check on a date for 2 hours, listen to all that BS while I can be, charging a client a couple $100 to get my work done.
10 seconds.
Yeah, everything you touch on, it's right on point, and I don't want to take so much time, but I just want to put, from my perspective, I want to put one more thing to rest as far as the RP, because I see this everywhere. Everybody keeps talking about going overseas. Look, I'm an immigrant, and I know a lot of the immigrant guys used to go back home and get wives, but that's free IG, free TikTok videos. These days, man, there's chicks in villages dancing on TikTok with millions of followers. I just saw this video, some Arab chick in the Middle East making this comedy skit, and the husband is like, I'll divorce you, and she's like, I got 13 million followers. And she did. She had 13 million followers. So what we're seeing here now, it's spreading all over the world, at least from my perspective, from what I'm seeing. So, that whole thing, you think you're going to go run the 1990s game overseas because they haven't gone to technology, they're up to date. Everybody sees what's going on IG. Everybody knows what the business is, and game over. Save yourself, invest in yourself. And, sorry, Coach, one last thing. I don't hate on Tyrone. I hired one in the gym, and ever since I've been working out with this guy, I walk around the gym, and all these IG booty models just look what? They just meld. So anyway, shout out to everybody. Stay strong, invest in yourself, and coach. I'll see you Sunday night.
Shout out to you, man. Great call on that one. I'm loving that added with the social media now is in the small villages overseas. He said that makes it game over. If she can reach to her, I did the show about 2012, introduction of Tinder and IG and the iPhone 4. It was game over. For what you would think as a modern dating, it's gonna change. And what the change was, I didn't know what the change would be until I started getting involved in seeking arrangement. Now, once I did that on the suggestion of quite a few men, all right, coaching clients, I had some coaching clients that were talking to me about it. A couple of content creators who shall remain nameless. I'm not gonna throw them under the bus. They were talking about it as a strategy and tactic. And then I was like, I gotta see for myself, because I was talking about it, but I never saw it. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's game over. I was like, we ain't never going back. I mean, there's no way. I said, if this somehow, and I'm late to it. And the little time that I've been on it, I said, this game over. I mean, you got social media, OnlyFans, in between that, then seeking, I said, it's gone. There's no way y'all gonna compete now. All right, there's no way you can compete for marriages and relationships. Not where this is going. Because you can't come back. You can't come back from that. You can say that there's good women out there, right? But not at the numbers. And then you would have to have a trust factor. And then there would have to be an incentive for you to say, okay, this woman's 34 and she's saying she's good. What's her past? Has she ever participated in any of these markets? Meaning the carousel, Instagram modeling, Instagram pushing, Instagram thirst trapping, OnlyFans at any particular point, seeking sugar daddy. Like, has she participated in this since 2012? You'd have to take her history all the way back to 2012 with this woman today that says, I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful. You can't do it. She wouldn't be able to live up to that type of scrutiny. She would fold. And then, God forbid, she has a kid by another man. I mean, just throw it away. Gone. It can't come back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not, but there's something for us out there. What I'm telling you is something for you. And it ain't game. I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't game. The women you're running game with are preoccupied. Let me continue with the show. Zero Fallout says, preach coach, hit these gumps with the truth. 100%. Yeah, they're talking about the unicorn. Unicorn is gone, guys. The female version is gone. Find me a female version right now. Find me one. Bring her to me. I bet you can't do it. And if you are one, come to me right now. Brisk Clown, shout out to you for becoming a member. Deadly Raver, it's simple math. The bigger your bank account gets, the smaller her body gets. Fat wallets equals skinny 304s. The math don't lie. It don't lie at all. And even if you like thicker women, if you got the more money you get, I guarantee you'll like more in shape women. It's a natural progression. Don't tell me, I know, I just like them 260 pounds. The more money you get, it's gonna change. Because you're gonna realize, you're like, well, can't be caught dead. Like, my neighbors can't see this trollop, this mastodon walking in and out of my house. Because my neighbors are gonna say, yo, your neighbors are gonna keep you in check. Say, yo, I saw a big old thing coming out here. Where she come from? She came from Fontana, Pomona. Where she come from? Your neighbors do. The neighborhood be like, yeah, you said you was a player, but Deadly Raver, I got you brown through Manova, coach. I got more game than ESPN Sports Center. 832, are you back? 832, you're on live. 832, you're having a problem. Are you on mute? You must be on mute. Or you must be calling from the moon. 832, your phone service is bugging. You calling from the Obama phone. 347, you're on live. We got about 4 more calls.
Hey, Coach Adamus the Great. What's going on? I'm better in the building. I finally made it up here, man. Look, I appreciate everything you're doing. Everybody that's listening right now, this guy knows what he's talking about. It's kind of eerie, everything you're saying. Like, I've been through everything that you said except the whole marriage point. But, as far as the whole, me thing, Life is just about balance, man. So as a man, you can't go through life thinking like you could just go do things for free. Like as a man, you gotta give. You gotta, it's a give and take in life in order to get ahead. So if guys are just maybe immature, they just operating in a feminine energy. If they gonna go around thinking that everything's just supposed to be given to them. Like as a man, we're supposed to produce. Like this is what we're supposed to do. So if you got an issue like giving, then you need to just, go to the side somewhere and get your dish together. You know what I'm saying? Because
the process.
With this whole tricking thing, right? That's true. And like with this whole tricking thing, like let's say like $20 to one guy might not mean it's not the same $20 to somebody else. So one person could be like, oh yeah, I took out to dinner, and some other guy is sitting here trying to run game when I could have just made that date, and you sitting here trying to talk, and it's taking you forever. It's almost like texting and talking. It's like you could talk to somebody and have a conversation in 1 minute than it would texting, and it'll take all day. It's like the same thing as you trying to run game versus you just, providing or whatever. You know what I mean?
It's a
mindset. But just keep doing what you're doing, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, it's just like you said, it's a process too. Yep. Yeah, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. The whole it's $20 to you is not $20 to me, right? Like she asked me 10 years ago, hell no, you ain't getting the Starbucks coffee. But for me, I realized that when I used that strategy, I was putting up with more BS. I was putting up with flakes. I was putting up with fat women. I was putting up with old women. I was putting up with women that overly valued themselves. I was like, what am I doing? Playing that game. Ultimately, I was like, I'm wasting more time than anything trying to finagle. Eddie says people are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are wasteful of the one thing in which it's right to be stingy. On the shortness of life, Seneca. Wow. So let me read that again. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are wasteful on the one thing in which it's right to be stingy. I gotta copy and paste that. That is basically the meat argument right there. Somebody's gonna tell us what Minister Jap really meant here, and of course, we support the brother Minister Jap here. We're not being critical of his message. We're just presenting our side. Juan Primera says Minister Jap was saying, don't pay their bills, lifestyle, or for children. Paying for anything that doesn't directly benefit you smashing is tricking. The first part I understand, but that lends to the quality of woman, right? That lends to the quality of woman. If you're messing with women with children, you're messing with low quality women most often. So then why would I be paying any attention to her? Is if you're high value, less likely you're paying attention to her at all. So there's the argument when you're going around going, I'm not gonna pay for, it's the same thing as I say, don't feed the bears. If I don't feed the bears, I'm not even messing with that quality of woman. So the tricking argument never comes in. So I never get involved in paying for a lifestyle of a low quality woman. It never really happens. But if she's high quality, then you gotta get into that conversation. But then it says paying for anything that doesn't directly benefit you smashing is tricking. So yeah, then what? I'm trying to figure out what that would be. Paying for anything that doesn't directly benefit you smashing is tricking. Question I would have then. Let's say you smashed a girl to smithereens. You done already poked every access point in her body, and you pay her. Now, you don't pay her immediately. Down the line, you were like, here's $250. What would that be? My question would be, because you already smashed it, the point you were making, and I'm not getting on you because Juan supports us. My question is, if it's paying for anything that doesn't directly benefit you smashing, and you smashed, and then you were like, here's $250, but she's not a single mom. She's a young college girl. You pay for her books. You pay for her books. That's what we're gonna say. You pay. What is that? Is that tricking then? Because if it's not tricking, because you already smashed it, that's seeking arrangement. Retroactive tricking. Right? What would that be? Because people will still say that's tricking or that's still paying for sex. It didn't directly benefit. I mean, I already smashed it. Services rendered. It's services rendered, right? He says, why would you give her $250 for if you've already smashed? Good question. To keep her quiet. All right. See, the thing is, there's such thing that there used to be such thing as called being discretion. And I don't know, discretion is gone. You used to pay somebody to be discreet. You pay somebody to avoid the bullshit. Let me just tell you what it is. If I give you this is to get you to leave and not bother me and not have to argue with you and not have to cuddle with you. I just want you to be, I just want you to not bother me. I want you to understand what this is. And I want you to keep my secrets to the world. This is the point of the relationship. So you know this payment is in lieu of shut your mouth. And this tells you I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to argue with you. I don't have to cuddle with you. I don't have to, you know what this is. You used to be able to do that. Now these 304s running around here running a yap. Or you know who else is running your yap? Running their yap. Dude's mad that the dude can pay this woman to shut the hell up. That's what's happening because now if I do that, everybody's like, oh man, you paid her to be discreet. I paid her for an understanding to shut the hell up and get away from bothering me. Right? Let's go back to the points here. We got 3 more calls left. The point of it is, wait a minute, scroll up here. Let's see if I can do it. See, watch this. Where is it? Oh, hold on. I gotta go down slow. Gotta go down slower here. Sure. When I go back to this list, where's the list? Oh, sorry. I'm a professional. When I go back to this list, I don't want to do this. I don't want to spend late night at the bars. I don't want to waste time arguing, holding master and frame. I don't want to stay in a relationship too long. I don't want to be in this equal partnership. You don't have entitlement to my sperm. You don't have to control over who I have sex with. You don't owe me anything. I don't owe you anything. I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to source women. I want you to come back for another payment to shut the hell up. I don't want you to get pregnant on me. You see, there's a benefit to giving her the money. Don't have my baby. It's a tip to shut the hell up. It's a tip to say our relationship is not going. Don't catch feelings. It's a don't catch feelings tip. Because this is basically to get that. That's what it is. So people ask, why would you pay? It's that. You understand what this is. Don't catch feelings. Don't think you can now. Gave me access that I'm yours. It's a termination fee. Luciano, it's a termination fee. Exactly. Thank you. Services rendered while our relationship is severed. What do they call it when you pay? They pay you to leave. It's what does it pay when you get your last check? What is that called? It's a donation. Severance package. It's a severance package. From this point on, our relationship is severed until I reestablish the situation. That's what it is. It's not paying for it. It's a severance package. It's a parting gift. Thank you. This was a great time. Parting gift to you. Somebody says $250 is chump change. Is nothing. He says a girl back in the day pulled up to my place asking for $30. He got paid her just to leave. An hour later, she showed back up for the win with a girlfriend without me asking. Bro, that's happening out here. $250 is chump change to guys. So for $250 to one guy, they like, I'll pay that for a severance fee. And women are showing back up. Here's my friend. He's not lying. There's women that are groups of women on Seeking, and they're going, I have a friend too. It's her birthday too. All right, calls. 407. Back in the building. You're on live.
All right, what's going on? Shout out to the Coast Gang.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy Papa Smurf in the house.
In the house.
All right. What I want to say is I love that iceberg series going on down here. And I love that marriage wheel going on down here.
Thank you, bro. It's the truth. We tell the truth here.
Yep. Now, another thing they got going on down here, Coach, there's a lot of the guys don't understand the technology which you talked about. Back in the old days, people had to actually go to people's house to get to know them. Now, they don't even have to come out the house anymore.
True. Right on the phone.
So what's going on now, a lot of them now just getting a divorce after 10 years and 1 month. They are Googling this lifetime alimony thing going on. And everybody thought the number one thing was Disney World and SeaWorld, but apparently it's lifetime alimony. They are divorcing at an alarming rate, and they're coming from all over the world coming here. So your message is right on time, my brother. And a lot of these cats are just 40 years behind.
That's true.
So I just want to say thank you for all that you do.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
I got money.
Was that you, Earl? Was that Uncle Earl? I know it was. But hey, 40 years behind. I think people are 40 years behind. You're hoping these times come back. Shout out to 612. 612, you're on live. Go ahead and turn off your radio.
Oh, got you, Coach.
You on live, brother.
So, you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So, I got a story. So, my mom's brother, he got married when he was pretty young. Him and his wife, they have 3 kids. He makes a good salary, put her through school and everything. I love my family, you know, they're a beautiful family. She ended up getting a nursing degree, and that power struck. She ended up leaving him and becoming the third wife of a guy who had excess amount of money. I'm not talking about, because my uncle, he made about $80K at the beginning to about 116 towards when they split. The next guy, after they had 3 kids, was making about 500K. She left him. She became the third wife. I was like, wait a minute, what? That's crazy. But I put him on to seeking arrangements, and now he's at the junior college. Happy as can be. I got money.
Yes, sir.
I got money.
Shout out to the coach.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Hey, it's a new world. And ladies, I would say ladies or guys that are against tricks, the only way you change this is you guys would have to bring on a religious awakening. You guys would have to come to Cheast because it's off the rails. There's no stopping this train. Cheast would have to park the clouds himself, come down on a white horse. I'm telling you, it's gone. The old days are gone. Y'all gonna need Kevin Samuels to get married. I mean, his numbers. What does Kevin Samuels say? He say, I got 50 people on Facebook. He gonna need to up his number to 500 to even make it even appeal. Kevin's gonna have to. Hey, Kevin, them numbers gonna have to be 500, guys. This 50 ain't gonna cut it. All right, 929, you're on live.
Hey, what's up, Coach? How's it going? It's Rain for South Bronx. How you doing?
South Bronx.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a war zone out there, man. City's going crazy, man. All these minions of ratchet club chicks are running the streets with no avail.
Are you on
It's
speakerphone?
crazy, man.
Jump
But
off.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, jump on off speaker.
Nah.
All right, brother.
That better?
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Yeah, nah, I like what the it was like 3 callers ago where he was talking about living in the past, right? I said this on the show before, man. When these chicks told us they no longer wanted to be in a family hierarchy, we should have switched up then.
Yep.
And I heard somebody talking about, you up?
Where'd you go?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Keep it going.
I'm here.
Keep it going.
I thought you said something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, the thing with like, see, women, they, you know, they wanted to do it. They do what they wanted to do, right? We men, we're the only ones on here still talking about like, why is it time to be married? I'm gonna go overseas to get married. So you want to get sleep overseas, 2, 3, 4,000, 10,000 of miles away? It's like, when are we gonna get it, bro? It's over. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be a free agent, man.
Dude, I'm loving this. You're absolutely right. We're the last one adapting. We're really the last ones talking about submissive wives and marriage. Women are moved on, bro. They have moved on from that.
But Coach, you know what I'm starting to realize? What it really is it's proven the theory correct that 10 to 20% of the men are effing all the women. Because I don't care how they call up, Coach, you helped my life. I'm free agent lifestyle. You talking about getting married now, you get no peace leave, bro.
Yep.
So you think that's going to get you convenient peace leave. So the dudes that's getting it, I got money. You need this textbook for that basket evening class you got next semester. Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, here's the thing, Coach, man. And even if, bro, let's say, okay, you one of the dudes, you in that 90% that don't get no peace leave, right? Okay, there's other things to do in life. Go get your money up. Go accomplish something. Go build something for yourself. Why is peace leave the end all be all? Okay, they're not giving it to you. Boo-hoo, there's millions of other things you can do with your life. Because even the 10, 20% of dudes that's getting it, they just marked. That's getting it. They are not winning either. They're marked.
You're right.
They like you said, high value marks.
Yeah, the question is that
So
is a perfect point.
and
The point you're making is perfect. What are the guys that are really getting it? What are they actually getting? I mean, yeah, of course, everybody wants a peace leave, but
more money, more problems. More money, more problems, bro. It's bro. Let me tell you something, man. I've been by myself. You know, I went through a relationship. You know, my daughter's mom. We were together. As soon as we had the kid, I was like, let's get married. Peace leave got dry. Let's co-parent. Broke up with me, right? So I started to think about it, right? I got all my friends. I tell them these things. Oh, you crazy, bro. What happened? 11 o'clock at night. Yo, bro, she cheated on me with her ex 1 month ago. And I'm like, you know what I always tell them when I give them advice? I'm like, bro, you hear that? They be like, what? I said, you hear my background? Peace and quiet. I don't got your issues, bro. I'm in here peace and quiet, doing what I want to do. I ain't got nobody nagging me, using kids as pawns. And like, bro, it's like, man, be careful what you wish for. Most of you dudes that ain't getting peace leave, you're lucky, man. You ain't missing nothing. You dodging a lot of problems.
I hope they listening.
You dealing with a master manipulator, man. I'm telling you, bro. But Coach, they're master manipulators, man. Even shout out to Fresh and Fit. I watch their shows, right? Oh, I don't want liars. You're a walking lie. Nothing's on you real. Okay, cool. That's one strike. Oh, men are such and such, right? Men are no good, right? 2 minutes later, I can show you how to fleece these dudes. You do this, I'm like, bro, and we just let these walking hypocrites I'm telling you, bro, we just let these. I'll be sitting there like, yo, bro, I gotta be getting damn. Did I smoke some dust or something? Like, I don't know what's this. The Matrix, Twilight Zone, in between HD and SD. I don't know what's going on, bro. It's goofy at this point. Like, oh, don't call women whores. Don't talk about women, right? 2 minutes before that, men ain't shit. Wow. He's fat. Oh, as soon as you call, that's a mean word. Don't call her fat, stupid. Don't call her. I'm telling you, man. Like,
yeah. What else can I add? What else can I add to that? You hit it all.